Yo, what's up everybody? Thank you all for tuning in. My name's Tyler, watching another great game between Viper and MBL. This is part of a series. I won't ruin games 1 through 3, but this series will probably be called the Lamer series. Lots of really hardcore tournament style play between Viper and MBL in these games. No holds barred between these two friends, probably practicing for an actual tournament game to be played later. Always good to practice how you play. That's what my coaches always told me. And it looks like these guys are taking that advice to heart. This game is going to be played between Huns. The previous games have been played between random civs. We can see the Viper is here in blue. He's going to be playing as Huns on the east side of the map. MBL on the west is going to be in red, also playing as Huns. So we might see a little bit more standard play here. One thing we do notice right away is that the Viper scout is very far forward in the early Dark Age. If we look at his Fog of War, it looks like he found his first 4 sheep. He's scouting around with those sheep, and he's going to come forward with his scout and try to pull off some shenanigans. And we'll see just what those shenanigans are. Potentially a boar steal. He has gotten a sheep at the moment. We'll see if he decides to try to steal that sheep. And it looks like he will. He's going to not only steal that sheep, but he's going to run home with it. Interestingly, M on the other side has stolen some of Viper's sheep. Those sheep seem to be in the middle, but it looks like Viper has stolen one of M's sheep, and M at the moment, he had 2 of Viper's sheep, but it looks like he's going to send them to the Viper. So that's an interesting play. That is not lame at all. That does not make sense in the course of this set of games. They have both been in full lamer mode. We'll see that M is here luring in his boar. What a gentleman, sending the sheep to Viper, even though Viper is currently stealing one of his sheep. Viper's over here, stealing M's boar. M is coming in here. He is probably potentially going to steal this boar, which is very interesting if he's going to give those 2 sheep away. No, he isn't going to steal the boar. So M turning the other cheek, although the Viper is laming him, he's going to play this game straight up the way that a friend would normally play. Interesting. So, Viper with a boar steal and a sheep steal, M playing as a gentleman. And you know, gentlemen never win in Age of Empires, or in life. But we'll see how this goes for M. He might be able to get these sheep here if he wanted. He isn't in sheep stealing mode, but he could try for that. The Viper here shamelessly is stealing this boar. He's doing so perfectly so far. He's lost 9 health, which is what you always lose when you steal a boar. And he's doing a nice job of zigzagging that boar all the way in. M Scout isn't going to see this, and he's not going to be able to try to disrupt it. Viper actually timing that boar steal really nicely. He just finished eating up this boar, and he's going to drop that boar right under his TC, showing once and for all that the Viper is a true professional, at least at stealing boars. And he's even going to go and get some scouting in and potentially find the rest of his sheep. So the Viper with a really nice Dark Age, he's going to have that food boost, an extra 340 food from M's boar. He's also going to have an extra 100 food from one of M's sheep. M had the opportunity to steal some of Viper's food, but he decided that he was going to be the bigger man. We'll see how it works out for him. If we look at the maps here, we can see that M has 4 on wood, potentially a drush from him. He does have his gold here on the front, but he has an area that he can use to potentially wall this off. His stone is sort of out here in no man's land. That's going to be hard to take. And his gold is also sort of in no man's land. So M having really nicely protected gold and berries, but not a great map overall. The Viper, on the other hand, having his berries on the front, he does have some structure to work with if he decides to wall off. Deer patch off to the side near his mill, which is a little bit fortunate. Won't be terribly hard for him to push those deer over. The Viper's got 2 gold patches and a stone patch in the back. They are not. They are wallable if he wants to wall those in. He should be able to take those in a very protected way. The Viper coming forward here with his scout. Look at his scouting. It looks so random. It's almost abstract art if you look at the fog of war here on the minimap. He's coming forward. He's going to see if he can maybe do some more shenanigans. M is getting loom, so the Viper won't be able to threaten any of his villagers with this scout. Viper's actually going to run that scout fairly close to the TC, but not too close, and just get some information about his opponent. It's too late for him to lame. There's no more boars to steal. So, since we've gotten through some early interesting Dark Age action, let's speed this up to 60%. We can see the Viper is clicked up to feudal. M is coming forward here, potentially to build a second lumber camp. Just keeping an eye on these villagers. The way the first 3 games have gone, we never really know what he's planning to do. M's clicked up as well. We can see that they both have 22 villagers, 23 total pop. And it looks like M is going to be playing this game relatively standardly. He's going to have enough wood and potentially enough food to go scouts. The Viper is not going to play this game in a standard way. He's coming forward with 5 villagers, and we'll see what type of aggression he goes with. He doesn't have a barracks yet, so we'll probably see those 5 villagers build a forward barracks. The Viper is not taking any stone, so I don't know if we'll see too much of a tower-based aggression, and I guess we'll just have to wait and see. So 5 villagers forward for the Viper. M playing very conservatively. Again, a wall off across here and potentially walling toward his TC. I think he's really going to have a nicely protected gold wood line and berries here. However, I guess he would have to block off these entryways on the shores of those little ponds. There's that forward barracks from the Viper. He's going to hit feudal age first, just by a split second. He's going to drop an archery range. He's going to use his scout to defend while he puts down a tower. M cannot see this tower. That's the whole point of a tower rush, is to catch him by surprise. And he's going to have to, he's going to actually come forward. His scout here has found these villagers. He's going to come forward with 5 villagers and try to defend this. The Viper is going to add a spearman in here. Actually, it looks like the Viper losing a couple of hits to that spear of M's. These villagers now fighting it out. And we have another game that is a bit of a cluster. Well, a cluster, you know. The Viper here adding another spear in. Pretty much identical armies from these 2 players. Viper is focusing on getting that tower up. M is much more focused on trying to kill those villagers. A couple of them on relatively low HP. If we look at Viper, he's going to lose this tower pretty soon, one would imagine. Although he is getting some harassment in. And really just another game that is lots of aggression, lots of interesting scenarios between these 2 guys in this series. We can see that M's villagers are doing a pretty good job pushing this back. They're starting to kill off Viper's villagers. Viper with just 2 villagers left in this tower, and M is really doing a good job pushing. He's going to lose villagers of his own. We can see the villager count is still equal. Viper adding in more spears, adding in some skirmishers. He's got 1 scout. He's doing good harassment here, but this tower just seems like it can't stay up, can it? It seems like it's going to have to go down very soon. M is going to lose this scout to that spearman. And the Viper's going to be able to repair this tower and keep it up for the moment. M's losing another villager. Viper scout being pushed back. Looks like Viper has a major military advantage here now. This villager's going to go down for M, and he's second. And this tower is going to stay up. So M opting to really rush the tower offense of the Viper, and thus far has really failed at pushing it away. He is going to come with 5 more villagers. They're going to be met by a couple of spears and a bunch of skirms. And it looks like, at least for the moment, the Viper is doing a very good job disrupting not only M's economy, but actually picking off his villagers. We can see the Viper is 26 to 19 at the moment in villagers, and he's winning that pretty handily. He is still not taking stone that I can see, but he does have 160. He has to have taken some stone from somewhere. Where is he taking stone from? Somebody help me out here. Oh, he's taking stone here in the front with 3 villagers. And it looks like he does have enough if he decides to put down another tower. For the moment, repairing this tower that he has seems to be working very well for him. It's distracting really all of M's economy. M's putting everything he has into pushing this back. It's finally gone down, but it looks like he's going to lose. He's going to lose this villager for sure. And the Viper's just simply going to drop another watchtower. He does only have one villager left. If M can pick that off, he might be able to slow the towers down. But look at this military from the Viper. Really starting to look very scary for M. It looked like this map was going to be easy to defend, but the tower rush, I guess I didn't anticipate that. The tower rush doing a very good job at taking away M's resources. M with a few scouts here in defense, but there's just too many spears around this group to really do any damage with 4 scouts. He's going to try. He is going to get some stabs in from that scout. He's going to pick this villager off, which I think is very smart on his part. Even if he loses a scout or 2, which he didn't even lose any of those scouts, he's stopped Viper for the moment from building towers. So Viper's army now is spears and skirms. And we'll see if the Viper sends more villagers forward. It looks like he's going to send these 4. He does have enough stone for another tower. He hasn't stopped this tower yet. He might still try to finish it. Interestingly, M here is in position to intercept those villagers. The problem is he would have to find them first, which I'm not sure he's going to. We'll keep tabs on that as we go. The Viper's over here harassing M, taking away, well, what was his area where his berries were. M's now grabbing lumber from the little puny trees that are around his TC. Still no gold income for M. He does have these scouts, which are going to come in here at just the right moment, but they're going to run past those villagers grabbing stone, and they're going to head straight to the Vipers. He's going to go back. He's going to hang around. What's he going to do with these scouts? 6 scouts, pretty formidable group. He is going to take on those spears head on, using the hill advantage, so that's okay. I mean, he's down to 4 scouts now, but he will be able to harass the Viper here without too much of a problem. The Viper putting all of his villagers on a stable so that he can defend that. M now calling GG. He's got 20 villagers to the Viper's 33. The Viper did end up getting this tower up. This gold here seems to be pretty much taken away, and it looks like M just folded a little bit under the pressure of the Viper in this game. In addition, the Viper did steal one of his sheep and his boar, and he used that advantage to basically rush in Feudal Age, and Viper gets the win. So, Game 4 goes to the Viper, the only Huns War of the series, one of the least lame games of the whole series. Actually, M playing as a gentleman, only the Viper here with a tower rush, which isn't even laming. The boar steal, I guess, though, is. So, the Lamer series comes to an end. Thanks for tuning in. If you haven't seen games 1 through 3, check them out. Very interesting to see the highest level players playing in a tournament style fashion. So I hope you enjoyed this. My name's Tyler. I'll catch you next time. Thanks.